So
Okay.
you just take it away.
Well, yeah, I didn't know you were in the test group. I was in one of them too. Um, so just to give you guys a little bit like of my background and my story, I have been coaching for almost 2 years. I'm an elite coach, 5-star diamond. Um, and this opportunity and these programs have completely changed my life. I was a health and fitness professional. I kind of found myself 50 pounds overweight after college. I hired a trainer. I got all the weight off. I quit my corporate job and became a personal trainer just because I knew that that was that was my purpose. Like I wanted to help people the way that my trainer helped me, and she changed my life. And I just knew that that was like my path. So I quit my salaried position. I became a health and fitness coach. I was a personal trainer, a yoga instructor, a spin instructor. I was working like 1,000,000 hours a day, getting paid very little, but like loving what I was doing. 3-ish years down the road after I had made that big career transformation, my husband and I got pregnant, spontaneously pregnant with twins. And I then had 3 kids in 2.5 years. So I've always wanted to be a mom. I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but this whole mommy thing like rocked my world in a whole new way, like rocked me. And I totally lost my identity. I really, really struggled with postpartum anxiety and depression. And I have a history of disordered eating and emotional eating and terrible body image issues. And that all kind of came flooding back to me in this bad time in my life. So I found Beachbody through a friend of mine. I knew her from the gym, and she just like looked to be really happy. She was in the best shape of her life. And she was like also working and going to her kids' soccer games. So she was able to do like the stay-at-home mom thing and the work thing, which I was like longing for. So I was totally jealous of her and totally watched her for a long time, and finally reached out to her for help. Because I'm a health and fitness person, I felt super embarrassed that I was having a hard time losing the baby weight. So anyway, I reached out for help. I found her. I started using the containers. In 2 months, I lost 20 pounds with 21 Day Fix Extreme. And for me, the container system was super, it was like freedom, because I had always done programs where it was like Whole30, where you can't have alcohol and you can't have cheese and you can't have grains and you can't. And that for me is not good for somebody who has like binging behaviors. So the container system was kind of like a beautiful thing for me. It built my business, right? Up until this point, it's all I've had. And I was just dying to spread the word. So yeah, I totally credit like Portion Fix and the container system and all the Beachbody programs for giving me like my purpose again. For my anxiety was under control. I had crawled out of this postpartum depression through my journey with Beachbody, and was helping people and running accountability groups and just loving this. Like I had that thing that I was missing as a stay-at-home mom, which was the connection in the community. And it was really fun to help all these other mommies get these amazing results. So I went elite last December. So I went elite pretty fast, and it was like a hard push, and it was so fun. It was just like this huge, scary goal, and that I just like made a decision and went for. And then something happened. So it's like you finally hit this big goal, and you have this idea of what that's going to feel like. And it felt amazing. But also I just started struggling again. This like anxiety that I thought that I had completely under control started creeping back in. I started emotional eating. I was starting to gain weight. And I don't know if, we're all on some kind of journey here. And I don't know if you've ever felt this, but when you're a health and fitness professional and you're sitting here telling these women that they can live their best lives, and you have the answers and you know how, and like you're starting to struggle, that doesn't feel good. It feels a little bit fraudulent. And I was leaning into my group. I was sharing my struggles on social media because of course that's our job, but it didn't feel like what I thought being an elite coach was going to feel like. And I sat at my coach brought me to leadership last year in Vegas. And that's when they announced To Be Mindset. And I sat next to her, and this is when I was starting to struggle. Like I was starting to not be good. And I just started pouring tears. kind of embarrassing. I'm like sitting at this leadership conference, hysterically crying because this program that has to do with mindset and emotional eating and, Beachbody, we are so lucky to have the top of the top and the best of the best of like these fitness and nutrition programs. Like this is the best out there. And then now we get to work for a company that has their finger on the pulse of this other thing that's missing, the missing link, which is that mindset piece. And so I'm like hysterically crying in public, like so embarrassing. And I just knew that I wanted to be a part of it. So anyway, I struggled for the next few months. And then in February, we had that trip to Riviera Maya coming up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just not happy with where I am. I called my coach and I'm like, okay, I'm getting a grip. I need some accountability. I'm going to do shift shop and that. Like I had like all these plans, how I was going to like get back to feeling good and feeling like myself and lose this weight that I had gained. And, so we had made a plan, and literally I didn't even know they were doing another round of a test group. All of a sudden, in my inbox appeared an email from Craig asking me to be a part of the test group. And I mean, that's obviously such a huge honor. And I saw it and I had this like wave of mixed emotions. Like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I don't know how it works. I'm going to Riviera Maya and I need to feel good in a bikini in 2 months. There's no way I can do this program because I need structure. I need the containers. I know they work. I'm all or nothing. I can't do this. So I call my coach and I'm like, Craig just asked me to be in the test group. Like, I know I'm so honored and this is such a big deal, but like, I'm going to say no. And she's like, you're not going to say no. First of all, this is your job. Your job is to learn about these programs and to do them and to find ways to help people with them. And by the way, you're not okay right now. And I know that you don't want to deal with the actual problems that are going on, but you're about to go into like crash diet land, the way that you're thinking. And this is time that you fix this once and for all. And I'm like, oh, you're the worst. I want to do the containers and I don't want to do this. So anyway, I very reluctantly said yes and went all in, and I had massive results. I lost 10 inches and 8 pounds, and I didn't restrict anything. I didn't say no to girls' nights. I went to Mexico. I went on spring break. I ate Easter candy. Like, for the first time in my life, we say it, I don't know how many times I've said this since To Be launched, but like, I am losing weight happily and easily. And it is the most powerful thing. And the fact that like somebody like me who has such an eating disordered past, like if I can help women fix this one thing that's missing, like that's my life's work. And Beachbody just allowed, I thought what we were already doing was amazing. And then it just got even more amazing. So we have a major, major opportunity here. I know a lot of coaches are like me and they have this like type A, because I feel like successful coaches are very type A and they're very all or nothing. And that is a really good quality for a lot of reasons when you want to be a successful Beachbody coach. But it also makes us resistant to programs like this, because change is scary and we want to do what works. And all of that. I get it. I was there, and I'm running challenge groups with these people. I was like, I don't use the scale. Like, I'm not going to use, what do you mean you want me to weigh every day? Like, I broke up with the scale years ago. It's unhealthy. And I've had to change my mindset on all levels for this program. So first of all, I feel like they're in the coaching network. There's either people who have completely embraced To Be or have kind of a bad attitude about it. And the people who have a bad attitude about it are the people like me. They just weren't asked to be in the test group. I would probably have a bad attitude about it too. But what I have to say about that, first of all, is it's not about you. It doesn't have to be about you. This is about how we can help other people. I remember when I first started coaching, and I was kind of a Beachbody hater because I was a personal trainer and I thought that like I knew everything and I didn't, anyway, Country Heat came out in the same month that I started coaching. And everybody was doing this Country Heat launch. And they were like, Erin, what are you going to do for the Country Heat launch? And I'm like, nothing. That's not what I do. I don't do a country line dancing thing. Like, I'm a personal trainer. And somebody on my team who is so sweet, she's going to sound like not that nice, but she's amazing. But that's what she said to me. She's like, this isn't about you. This isn't about what you want, what you need. This is about how you can better serve and help others in their journey. And like, I was like, what did she just say to me? Like, that was kind of mean. And I'm like, oh man, she's exactly right. This is not about me. It's okay if I don't want a country line dance. There are plenty of people who need that. And maybe that's the one thing that's going to get them to move, or maybe that's the one thing that doesn't hurt their joints. And for me to be like, oh, I don't even offer that. Like, that's wrong. And so that's how I feel about 2B mindset. Like, if that's not your thing, cool. Do it anyway. Learn about it, because it's a lot of people's things and you can change a lot of lives with this program. So let me get back to my notes, because this is what I do. I just ramble, and then I'm like, oh, this is an hour later and I didn't say anything I was supposed to say. So let me tell you how I've leveraged that. So first of all, I did have like a slight advantage of being in the test group and having this like, you know, experience and transformation and all this knowledge. And so I have a sneak peek. I feel like even though I've done this program, it's still really hard to explain exactly what it is. You know, I'm like, it's this program, non-program where you can't cheat and there's no containers. And they're like, well, what is it? Like, tell me what it is. And even I have a hard time explaining. So Beachbody has done such an amazing job, and Alana, with all these amazing videos, you have access to so many transformations. So first things first, I created a sneak peek group in Facebook, and that will continue forever. I will always have that content up, and I will always be able to tag people and the testimony that they need to hear, or the video of Alana's story that I want them to know about, so that I don't have to regurgitate this information that is kind of confusing, right? Like for people who, I don't know, I still have a hard time explaining it. So that sneak peek has done amazing things for getting people excited about my business. I teamed up with my entire downline to do that. So we have like 600 people in that sneak peek, but now I'm even like still using that information as we go. I'm sitting at SC50 right now, and I think I've signed up like 15 coaches this month. And let me tell you who those people are. They are literally all people who are old customers that I'm re-engaging because they've done the containers, or they fell off and they want to try something new, or they didn't like this, or, you know, they got results and now what? And, or they're in maintenance and they don't want to containerize their lives for the rest of their lives. Like, they're ready for a new way to look at food. And I literally, almost all of my old customers are coming back to me, or I'm at least having conversations with them about this. So re-engaging your people is so important. And then the other part of that SC50 right now is all the people I've been talking to for 2 years who've been telling me no. Like, I have something new to talk to people about. And for people who aren't, I'm injured, I can't, like all the objections that we have all the time for all of our other programs don't apply to this. Oh, I travel for work, I can't. Yes, you can. 2B mindset. Yes, I get it. Containers are hard when you travel for work. I get it. Oh, I can't, I hurt my knee, or I have surgery, or I have this, I can't work out. You don't have to. It's extra credit. Like, every excuse in the book that I've been getting, I've now been able to come back at these people who I've been talking to for 2 years, who've been telling me no every single month for 2 years, and they're in. They want to be a part of this. And that has been, honestly, the biggest game changer, right? Like, we now literally have something for everyone. And I'm a fitness person, and I know exercise is extra credit. I'm still putting my people on programs. Like, I want you on a fitness program. And if you can't make it that day, let's drop the guilt and don't worry about it. But that's important to me. So I'm still doing that. But obviously now I have exceptions. Or like, for instance, the people who are like, Orange Theory is huge where I live, like huge. So I have this whole audience of people who aren't getting results because their nutrition isn't dialed in, but they're spending money at Orange Theory and they don't want to do this bod thing. Fine. You love Orange Theory? That's amazing. Continue to do it. But let's dial in your nutrition and let's get you the results that you deserve. So that's been major for me. Major, major, major. And then for me, what this has changed the most of so far, changed the most for my business, is my conversations with coaches. I know a lot of people think that if you have a fitness background, you have an advantage in this business. And I disagree. I think I have a disadvantage because of my fitness background, because when I have a stay-at-home mom who falls in love with this program and has a massive transformation, they feel like they can't do what I'm doing because they don't have a fitness background. And that is something that I have to overcome all the time. So this has changed because this is not a fitnessy program. People all of a sudden are seeing themselves as coaches. Like, if you're intimidated by this fitness piece, all you have to do is want to heal other people the way that this program has healed you. All that you have to want to do is help people the way that this helped you. You don't have to videotape yourself working out and pretend that you're a fitness person, which no one's pretending they're a fitness person, but like, that's what these intimidated people who should be coaching are thinking. Like, I can't do what Erin does. I can't, do these workout videos that she posts every day. And this, I'm not asking you to do that as a 2B mindset coach. It's a completely different ballgame, and it's a completely different conversation that I'm now able to have people. Also, they will be able to be 2B mindset certified eventually, and that's huge. Then you are an expert. You don't need to be a fitness person. You are certified in the program that you're launching. Like, it's major, major, major. Like, it's going to change this business for everyone if you are talking about it the right way. And then in addition to that, because I am a fitness professional, a lot of fitness professionals have a really bad attitude about this. They're training people in the gym and they're teaching classes, and they don't want to tell people like, oh, buy a challenge pack and here's 1 year of bod. And I honestly get it. I get it. I mean, this is where the fitness business is going. And of course, that's going to upset fitness professionals who like to work in a gym. So what do we offer them now? I'm having new conversations with fitness professionals now because I can take out the Beachbody on demand piece. Like, listen, you put your clients on whatever program you want them to be on. We're gonna dial in this nutrition. I was a personal trainer. I would meet with somebody for twice a week and be like, good luck, see you on Tuesday. And I don't know what they were doing in that week between Thursday and Tuesday. And now I am in their lives every day, checking up on them and holding them accountable. And that's why they're getting results, because the accountability groups are magic. And so now you have these fitness professionals all over. Like, let's take even just like CrossFit people. We can work 2B mindset into what CrossFitters believe. And then all of a sudden they have these amazing accountability tools from Beachbody and the most amazing shake that's ever existed. And by the way, the performance line to offer their clients. This is a whole new ballgame, and this is a whole new conversation. And I get to change these fitness professionals' lives who are like wiping people sweat and getting paid like no money. And yeah, it really is just like the idea that all you need to do to be successful with this, and I believe this as a Beachbody coach in general, is to want to help people and to heal yourself so that you can heal other people. We have the solution. But 2B mindset has taken away the fitness intimidation or the fitness conflict of interest. And again, I'm still putting people on programs. You start 2B mindset with me today, and we're going to find a program that is suitable for you. So I'm like not using that, but it just takes away this objection that I'm getting from like everyone. And that's really it.
That's so amazing, Erin. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. And I was taking notes and notes and notes because so many of the things that you said stuck out to me. One of the biggest things was you were having a hard time and you reached out to your coach. So I think that's something that so many coaches forget about. I have a coach. I need to reach out to her. It's self-care first, right? With our personal development and taking care of ourselves, that kind of thing. So, so important. So I love that you said that. And you're right. This is the missing link with the nutrition piece. Like for me, I love that you said the containers helped you so much, because when I did 2B, I was like, oh, thank goodness, because I don't do containers. Like you know how she talks about being a volume eater, how she likes to eat a lot. Like I looked at those containers and I was like, are you kidding me right now? No, just no. So being in 2B, like she teaches me how to be a proper volume eater, right? So that's something that I'm not ashamed about anymore. Like it's an actual thing. And I'd never heard it before the program, being a volume eater, so it's got those different elements for everybody, just like you said. So I love it, love it, love it. It's not about you. I love that you were saying heal people. That's amazing. So I did have a question though. When you bring them into a group, is this like your health and wellness community, or is it an ongoing separate group that you have for 2B? Explain to us that.
So I have my 2B sneak peek. So that's separate. That's just like an interest group. And then when you sign up, and y'all, I even like over the weekend, I signed up 2 people with Portion Fix because one has a wedding and one has, and I can guarantee you a 5 to 15 pound weight loss guarantee with the containers. So I'm still tailoring programs for specific people, like
Absolutely.
I'm not just like jumping ship, even though I would actually love to jump ship and just have one group and like streamline it. But like, I don't think that I'm doing a service to my customers that way. So I am running a 2B mindset. It's called 2B Free, and it's a Facebook group for all of my 2B Mindset Challenge Pack purchasers and my coaches who have purchased 2B Mindset and are doing it, And I've allowed my entire downline to be in that group. So it's kind of a crazy group.
Big.
We're going to separate after 30 days. But I just wanted to be a part of it with all of my coaches, and I wanted us to do it together. And I thought that it would be really good for our team. And it's been really great for like us as a community. And so in addition to that, I have my teams Better Together. And so I have my Better Together wellness group where we use containers and it's more workout focused. So I am running both of those with other coaches. So I'm not running them by myself. That would be, it's a lot right now, but it's so fun and exciting that it's worth it. Like my 2B Mindset group lost 255 pounds last week.
Shut up.
It's just the momentum and the excitement, and it's because I'm excited,
Absolutely. Yes.
If you're not excited, your people are not going to be excited. So get excited.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, exactly. And that's so fun to hear. Like you have those statistics, and you can be like, okay, well, make a big deal out of it, make it contagious. It's absolutely right. I love it. And I love that you said you're re-engaging the old customers and then talking to people, oh, well, I was injured, blah, 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 whatever. And that's where all of these people are coming from. Cause now you just have like that. Okay, well, hey, guess what? You can't use that excuse anymore. Like
right.
You're going to have to get back on this. And I actually do love that you are integrating the fitness programs as well. And it's just, hey, just do this program. If you only do it 2 times a week, perfect. Extra credit, like
right.
Not a big deal. If you don't do it
right.
at all, fine. Not a big deal. You don't have to start from day 1. If you skip 3 days, you just keep going.
Right. Let's drop the guilt, and we have, and I love all the programs. I love all Beachbody programs, but like, coming off of 80 day, where it's like, you must do 80 days and you must count your containers and watch the clock. And
yep, my alarm went off. I got to eat now. Yep.
Which is amazing. I love it. Like, look at how many lives that changed, I'm not saying anything bad about a program, but coming off of that, this is the opposite of that. So the biggest obstacle I've faced is getting those 80-day obsession graduates to flip the switch and give this a try. Because they just did 80 days of this really intense thing. And now we're like, it's okay if you miss a workout. And they're like, what?
No. Exactly. But you're right. It's not a one size fits all, but I do think that if you are in this business and you are building your business to be a business, you have to be educated on what the program is, how to do the program. And I think the best way to do that is to try it, even if it's just for 2 weeks. Just try it out. If you hate it, go back to your containers, because guess what? You're not going to approach every person the same way, right? You just said you have containers and they're going to thrive on that. That's awesome. And there's some people that really don't like nutrition programs. When I got challenge packs, before I even worked here, I'd like flip through the recipe thing and I'm like, oh my God, there's more than 3 ingredients. I can't do this. Like I just couldn't. Like it was overwhelming. And I was like, get the shakes, and I just push play. That was it. That's all I could do. And that's okay. That's totally fine. But you're right. This is that missing link, because that means I don't have to do those recipes. Alana's all about the simple, right? like making it easy. So
Well, like
that's
I
what,
can buy a store-bought dressing.
right? Crazy. Yeah. And eat a lot of it. I mean, put it on
Yeah.
stuff and then eat a lot. So yeah, I love that. And then something that I wanted to point out was you were talking about people being in the gym. You were talking about how a lot of people like to go to the gym, and I actually have an elite coach who builds a lot of her business through doing programs at the gym. So what she'll do is she'll take her iPad and she'll put in her Bluetooth headphones or whatever, and she'll have it running, and then she'll use the weights, and then she'll follow the program, and she'll have her Shaco bottle, her Energize, whatever. And so she's there, but she loves that social aspect. And so she is really successful because people see her getting these results. They see her doing these reps and stuff, which Lift 4 is going to be super cool to do,
Yeah.
like in a gym setting. So if you get that objection, dude, keep going to the gym. It's awesome. But now you don't have to just stand there and be like, what am I going to do today? You know,
Scrolling
you're
Instagram between sets.
totally. Like Autumn's going to be there. Joel's going to be there. You know, you're going to have a trainer with you, and it's totally easy because of Beachbody On Demand. So I love that. And
Wait, you're saying I can't just stand at the gym and stare at myself in the mirror anymore?
you can do whatever you want, Robbie. Nobody is going to tell you not to.
I'm just messing around.
But that's so smart. I mean, I've even gone, I told you Orange Theory is huge in where I live. And I work mostly with moms. Like that's my target audience, is like moms who are trying to get themselves back on the priority list and who are struggling the way that I struggled, and I can help them. Like that's what I want to be doing. And of course not people who don't have children as well. But I one day I asked one of my coach best friends to go to Orange Theory with me. And so we went to Orange Theory, and I got all this amazing social media content. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just had such a great workout at Orange Theory, but geez, I just drive time. I was there for an hour. I chatted it up. Like my entire preschool morning shot from a workout. I usually just do it in 30 minutes before my kids wake up, and I get to do 3 hours of whatever. So I got to take down that objection that you are still allowed to go to these classes that make you happy. Like some of these moms that I'm working with, that's their community. What if
Exactly.
that's the only time they get to have an adult conversation in the day? Go to Orange Theory, enjoy yourself. But that is not going to get you results by itself, period.
Totally. Yes. Awesome. I love the way you leverage that. I love it. And even that, yeah, Orange Theory is kind of different because it's not like just a gym. They definitely have like the things planned out for you, but
Yeah.
absolutely. Beachbody will fit anywhere and everywhere now, like hands down. So I love that. Does anyone have any questions for Erin? This is some awesome stuff, you guys. Don't be shy. Come on.
My only question is, we're running a sneak peek group too, but we're kind of afraid of sharing too much information because it's like, you know, the 4 principles. If they know those, then they know the program. So it's
Right.
kind of like, what sort of stuff did you include?
So I created a sneak peek before the program came out. So we weren't allowed to share about the 4 principles. You know what I mean? I had like a non-disclosure agreement. So I just went through, I did Alana's story. I did some testimonials that are like flying around. I'm happy to share my testimonial with you that you can put in your group. And before and afters of people. And then I found a call that Alana did before the launch, and I shared that as well. And that shared like just about everything she could without talking about like the principles, and she didn't even, maybe she said 2 bunnies, but she certainly didn't talk about what they were. And even if you do know the 2 bunnies, like you still don't really know the program. Like it really is all about Played It, and you'd have to like, you know, I wouldn't be telling people about Played It, you know, but other than that, I mean, they still need the community. The community is where the magic happens always. Like, what other situation are you going to have a coach check in with you every day via a Facebook group? None. I mean, if you think about what you're paying $200 for a program that you'll have forever, for workouts that you'll have for a year, and for me checking in with you every single day, that if you add that up, like what that will cost, it's so cheap.
Sorry, I was on mute, but absolutely, absolutely, it is so cheap. And you think about, you're getting that when she charges $200 per session. Then you get you and you get the shake. It's like, it's dumb to not do it. But going back to Stephanie's, oh, sorry, were you going to say something?
Well, I get a lot of shake objections, and obviously like I'm like a Shakeology super fan, of course, but like I was a shake hater before too. And so I don't talk about the shakes, guys. With this, 2B Mindset costs $100. Beachbody On Demand costs $100. You're getting the shakes for free. You're paying $200 for a challenge pack. Like if anybody's objecting about the shakes, like listen, whatever, it comes with the package. Like you should try them. It's the best thing you could put in your body. It's changed my life completely. But like that's not a reason not to do this all of a sudden. And I love that because Beachbody was so smart with the pricing of this.
I love it. I love it so much. Yeah. And I think with the shake, you're right. If they try it for a month, okay, send back the empty bag. But guess what? It's going to do all these things for you. And you'll realize it after even just a week of taking it. So I love that.
I've never had anyone try it for a month and not love it.
Right? Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's the consensus. So awesome. Thank you, Stephanie, for that question. Anybody else? No? Yes? Tamara, I can see it brewing.
This was really awesome. I'm just really glad that you talked about 2B because I really like Portion Fix actually, but I got 2B, and just kind of the same way that you said about Country Heat, I had to giggle when your coach friend told you like, this is your job, you have to kind of learn about it. And I've actually really enjoyed learning about 2B Mindset. It's been really helpful. So thank you for your knowledge and your depth that you've shared too.
You're so welcome.
Yeah.
Love it. Guys, best job in the world, right? Get to help people, health and fitness. Yeah. But I think one of the biggest takeaways though is get out of your own head. You guys, if you're having issues, talk to your coach. You know, that's what it's all about. This program is here to help people. You have an amazing gift to share with people. So that's kind of the whole point, right? That's why you started this. So awesome. If nobody has any questions, I do always do it in my calls, and I usually do it at the beginning. It was kind of crazy at the beginning. I do an SE check-in. So if you guys will go around and tell me where you are for Success Club, just so that we stay accountable. What are your numbers? Where are you at right now? Go ahead, Ashley. Oh my gosh.
Sorry, having technical difficulties and my kids are all really loud.
We totally get it.
I'm at SC4